All right, Murphy versus Evloev predictions. We've been doing very well with picks lately, and to celebrate that, I need you to like this video below, and we'll pick a random subscriber to win $100 at the end of the month. So make your subscriptions public. Be sure to be subscribed, like the video, and maybe you'll win $100. So we're gonna start off this video straight away with the picks from the bottom of the card to the top of the card. So as you know, I don't really pick women's fights because it's impossible. Only some of them I pick, and that's the only I have correct. I have like 100% pick rate on women's fights, and that's because I only pick some of them. But like these are just not worth betting on. If you're gonna do that, then like why are you doing that? So the first fight of the night is Shamrock versus Abdul-Kareem Al-Sewady. Now, Shamrock has been on the run from the police for like 10 years, I'm pretty sure, and that's not just something I'm making up. You can look it up. And I'm pretty sure he smokes a lot of weed, so he's like a drug addict fighter, which is never good. Like they all always lose their fights. They're all journeymen, and I can't confirm that he is, but I think he is because I saw him on a FaceTiming Cedric Dumas while Dumas was smoking, and they look like very good friends. So I was just assuming the fact that he's been on run from the police for 10 years as well. But he's not a good fighter, man. Like he kind of sucks. Going to split decisions on the regional scene, like losing by KO, and I don't know, man. He lost his UFC debut against Nurullo Aliyev, who is a pretty decent fighter. Um, but he's 32. He's making his UFC second fight. Like he's not that good. Abdul-Kareem also is not that good either. He kind of sucks as well. He's from Fortis MMA. Who, if you don't know Fortis MMA, they should change their name to Journeyman MMA because literally all their fighters in the UFC are journeymen. So Alex Morono, Damon Jackson, Ryan Spann, Diego Ferreira, Jeff Neal, Miles Johns, Kennedy Nchejukwu, they're all journeymen. Just look at their records, man. Literally all of them are journeymen. So this is the gym of journeymen. And Abdul Karim Al Sawadi is another journeyman. But Shamrock is just not UFC quality. So I think a UFC journeyman is better than Shamrock. So I'm gonna pick Abdul Karim Al Sawadi to win this one. Next fight we have Louie Sutherland versus Brando Pericic. Louis Sutherland, if you don't know, in like all his previous pictures on the regional scene, he looked jacked, and then he entered the UFC and he looked like the fattest guy. Like he looked fatter than Shamil Gaziev, and he looked absolutely terrible against Walter Walker for as long as that fight lasted, which was only a minute before he got submitted. This guy is he's fucking terrible, bro. I'm telling you, and he's off the steroids as well. There's no chance this guy lasts more than like half a minute before he gasses out. And Brando Perisic, he's from the what's it called? CKB gym. He's he's a good fighter, man. I watched his debut. He looked very good. He's a decent fighter. He's from a very good gym as well. He's in shape. Of course he's gonna win this one. Like this is the luck of the card. This fat fuck is never gonna win in the UFC, man. Vanilla gorilla, bro. You've been eating too much vanilla ice cream. There's no way. I'm sick, by the way. There's no way this guy ever wins in the UFC, so we're gonna go with Brando Perisic. Next fight, we have the human broccoli, Antonio Trocoli versus Mantas Kondratavicius. Now, Antonio Trocoli, the only reason he's in the UFC is because he's tall, and I'm pretty sure his girlfriend was a UFC fighter. I don't remember who it was, but I think that's how he got legit. I think that's how he got into the UFC. He sucks. He's lost all three of his fights by finish. In his first fight, he got knocked out by Sharon Magomedov. I know that was short notice, and he flew in across the world on like 1 day's notice. So we're gonna like that's acceptable. Losing to Trajan Gore is not acceptable at all. And then he lost to Mansour Abdul Malik by standing guillotine. How are you losing? Like, how tall is Mansour Abdul Malik? He is 6'2". But how are you losing a standing guillotine when you're 6'5"? Like, it doesn't make sense. He's fighting a KO artist in Mantas Kondratavicius, who won on the Contender Series. This is his UFC debut. He knocked out Donny Barbier, who I thought was gonna win that fight. I remember picking him. So I was very impressed by him winning this one. He is very wild though. He's a very raw fighter, Mantas. Like, he swings widely. Um, he swings widely, and there's not much technique to it, but he's still better than Antonio Trocoli, bro. Like, Antonio Trocoli sucks. Like, he's just tall. That's all there really is to him. We're gonna go with Mantas Kondratavicius in this one. Mario Pinto versus Felipe Franco, the battle of the dictators. Now, Mario Pinto is actually very talented. I can't believe he's a heavyweight. Like, you would think he's not, because he is talented. He's won all 3 of his fights in the UFC, or 2 of them, I mean, and his Contender Series fight, all by finish. He has a decent regional scene as well, regional career, although most of them were like cans, but still, he has skills. He trains out of London, I think. And when you're from the UK and from Europe, usually you're more talented if you're in the UFC. So we're gonna go with Mario Pinto. I haven't even checked Felipe Franco's page, but I don't think he's gonna win. I just think Mario Pinto is very good. And this guy who lost to Freddy Vidal on the Contender Series, I don't think Freddy Vidal even got signed after that fight. I'm pretty sure he didn't. Yeah, he had to go back to the Contender Series because he was such a shitty fight, and then he lost the second time and he didn't get signed. That's all you need to know about Felipe Franco. That's all you need to know. So we're gonna go with Mario Pinto to win that one. Nathaniel Wood versus Losene Keita. Nathaniel Wood is notorious for being robbed in fights. He's on a long win streak, that's grappling fights as well. But he's a decision fighter. He wins a lot of decisions, but he's very good. He lost against Naimov, but Naimov was cheating in that fight, and a lot of people think Nathaniel Wood was winning that fight, and he lost 2 decisions before that. But he's a very good fighter. He's beat some okay guys. I think Nathaniel Wood is a very decent fighter. He's fighting Losene Keita, who I think is gonna get fraud checked. Like, he couldn't even make weight against Patricio Pitbull, or who was it? Yeah, he's ducking Patricio Pitbull. That's all you need to know. Coming over from, what organization was this? It's the one in France. What's it called? No, it's Octagon. Okay, yeah, but this guy is gonna get fraud checked, bro. Like, I know he's from the European scene, but he's gonna get fraud checked, bro. Nathaniel Wood is gonna beat him. Imagine ducking Patricio Pitbull in 2025, man. It's crazy. We're gonna go with Nathaniel Wood to win this one. I'll say probably by decision, because that's how he wins fights. Mason Wood versus Axel Sola. Now, Mason Wood got disgraced in his last fight. He went life and death with Jeremy Stevens. Or was it 2 fights ago? He went life and death with Jeremy Stevens at the age of like 45, which is, disgraceful. It's his second time in the UFC. The first time he was kind of unlucky, I'm not going to lie, because he lost his debut, no contest in the next one, won his third, lost his fourth, and then he's out. He got back to the UFC, went life and death with Jeremy Stevens, beat Bolaji Uki. I'm pretty sure he was like almost KO'd in that fight as well. And if you know Uki or Oki, bro, he's like 0-3 since that fight, I think. 0-2, like, he sucks as well. How many fights does he have does he have that many fights in the UFC? There's no way. Bolaji Uki sucks. Mason Jones, bro, he got fraud checked. Not gonna lie, even though he won, he got fraud checked. He's fighting Axel Sola, who kind of got fraud checked as well in his first fight, even though he won. But he also went life and death with Reese McKee. Like, these are both like pretty bad fighters. But Axel Sola, he's looked good in the regional scene. I think he's gonna win this one. I mean, you can't go life and death with a 45-year-old Jeremy Stevens at this point. So we're gonna go with Axel Sola to win. He's very powerful as well. He's a boxer, So we're going to go with him, the Frenchman, to win on English soil. Now, Kurtis Campbell, he looks like an absolute nerd, but he's a brutal fighter. His first fight, I thought he was going to kill the guy. Who was he fighting? Dembasek, that was the Contender Series. Bro, he brutalized the guy for like... If you saw that fight on the Contender Series, then you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, watch that fight. Like, that was a brutal... Like, what he did was insane. Like, in just a minute or so, like, he fucked him up. Brutally. I'm very impressed by this guy. He's 23 as well. Looks like an absolute nerd. But, man, he's violent in there. Like, he's really, really violent. He looks so technically skilled. I was so impressed by this guy. He's fighting Danny Silva, another one of these South American guys. Who are known for being tough, but they're not skilled fighters, bro. Like, they have no champions in the UFC. He obviously lost to Kevin Vallejos, which is no shame in that. Lucas Almeida, he beat Josh Colibao. Angel Pacheco, which doesn't even count. He's okay, but Kurtis Campbell, man, I'm on his hype train. I think he's going to win this one. I think it's going to be brutal knock or finish early on. This guy is very, very good. Look out for him, Kurtis Campbell. Roman Dolidze versus Christian Leroy Duncan, CLD versus RD, Research and Development. Roman Dolidze, bro, he got bullied in his last fight against Anthony Hernandez. Like, that being shown, I have to show you the picture because that was honestly humiliating. I'm gonna show you what happened to him if you are unfamiliar. Versus Dolidze, choke. Because Hernandez was dragging him across the cage like a kid. Like, look at this. Like, he was dragging him like this across the cage until he gave up. Like, it was honestly heartbreaking to see. That was crazy. That has to have taken some sort of toll on him because that was absolutely brutal to watch. He does beat, like, if you look at all his wins, it's only against, like, Martin Vettori is shit, Kevin Holland is a drug addict, Anthony Smith, we're trying to overtake him in subscribers, by the way, we're 3,000 away, so subscribe to the channel. Bro. His only good wins against Kyle Daukaus, to be honest. I mean, not only good, these are okay wins, but... Man, that last fight, I can't get it out of my head. He doesn't know how to strike, bro. Like, he has no idea. And he didn't know how to grapple either against Hernandez. He just got ragdolled and humiliated. He's fighting CLD, Christian Leroy Duncan, who is on a little win streak. His only loss in the UFC is to Gregory Rodriguez. Or he has 2 losses against Armin Petrosian as well. He beat Dusko Totor. This guy is a decent striker. A good striker. A pretty good striker. Like... I think he's going to win against Dolidze. Dolidze is finished. So we're going to go with Christian Leroy Duncan. Next fight, we have a journeyman. How are you a journeyman? Like, he's not even been in the UFC that long, Austen Lane, but he's already a journeyman. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights in the UFC, and he's won 1. Like, how is he still there? I don't know. He lost to fucking Justin Tafa. That's all you need to know. He's fighting Ivo Baraniewski, who went... he had the best fight of all time against Ivo Aslan. Like, the funnest fight ever. It only lasted, like, 1.5 minutes. But there were, like, 6 knockdowns in that fight. Like, 4 KOs. Like, it was an insane fight. I recommend watching that one. He's extremely powerful. Like, he knocked Ivo Aslan down, like, 4 times. He got knocked down a few times himself, but he came back and knocked him out. In his UFC debut, he literally killed Muhammad Ali, which if you don't know, he is the jiu-jitsu guy who he's like a jiu-jitsu world champion or something. Just got brutalized in a minute, or even not even a minute, 20 seconds. I'm going to go with the Polish guy to win here. Real Polish power is real. So we're going to go with Evo to knock out Austen Lane in this one pretty early, probably. Next, we have Michael Venom Page versus Sam Patterson. Now, Sam Patterson, people forget, man. Like, his straight right, it lands every time, and he knocks people out with it. Like, it's a very good strike. He's very talented, very, very talented. I remember him getting knocked out against Yanal Ashmuz in his debut. Other than that, he's been finishing people left and right. He's very talented. Like, don't underestimate this guy. But he did lose. He did lose to an Indian guy. Like, come on. No. I'm just kidding. But he's good. But Michael Venom Page is at striking, even at 38. He is elite, man. People forget, man. He is elite. Like, his striking is phenomenal. Like, it's so hard to hit him. Shara Bullet was like an extremely good fighter. Couldn't even touch him for 15 minutes. His grappling is suspect, but even if you get him down, like, it's not getting finished on the ground. Ian Gary got him down a lot and didn't finish him. And Ian Gary is pretty good on the ground. People have tried taking him down, but he survives. Man, he's so good at striking. We're gonna go with Michael Page to win by decision, probably. Next, we have Luke O'Reilly versus Michael Aswell Jr. Now, I don't know why this is the co-main event when you have all these other guys. Especially, like, how was Michael Venom Page before this? I don't even know. But Luke O'Reilly, he is the teammate of Paddy Pimblett. He beat Bogdan Grad in his last fight. If I remember, that was a tough first round, I think. Then he won the second. Fighting Michael Aswell Jr. I remember this guy. He lost his last one, right? No, he won. I bet against him against Oki, I think. And I bet for him to beat Lucas Almeida. Which Lucas Almeida is this? Okay, it's the other one. Yeah, he's a decent fighter, bro. Like, but I don't know. 11-3. He's had a few UFC fights. He could win this, but he lost the split to Bogdan Grad. I don't know. We're gonna go with Luke Riley to win this one. It's just a safer bet, so Luke Riley to win. Next fight, the last fight, we have my good friend Movsar Evloev. If you don't know, I actually got to see him train in the cage in Thailand. I got to spar with one of his teammates, took a picture with him, got to speak a little bit with him, but he wasn't really that interested in speaking, but it was a bit rude, not gonna lie. I don't know if he was tired or what, but he looked good in the cage. He looked good. He was sparring. I think it was Magomedov from Bellator, from PFL. Who was a very nice guy. Like, if that was him, it looked like him. He was a very nice guy. Yeah, but he's good, man. I got to see him. This was before the Pico fight, Aaron Pico. This was like a few days before he withdrew from that fight, and yeah, he had some injuries while he was sparring, but he still looked very, very good. Obviously, we know he's very good. He's 19-0. His fight against Aljamain Sterling is like one of my favorite fights of all time because I love scrambles in the wrestling. I love wrestling. And that was like the best fight ever for scrambles in the UFC, I think. So very fun fight. He beat Aljamain Sterling. Like, that's very impressive, especially considering it was mainly a grappling fight, which makes it even more impressive. He beat Arnold Allen, who is mainly a striker. He beat Diego Lopez on his debut. It was a close fight, but it's crazy to think this was 2 fights ago for him, while Diego Lopez, since that, has had like 10 fights or something. It's crazy to think. And 2 title fights. This guy, obviously, we all know how good Evloev is. He's beat Danny Ige, Diego Lopez, Arnold Allen, Aljamain Sterling. He's trained with the best guys in the world. Apparently, he got knocked out in sparring versus Lerone Murphy, but that's a rumor, even though there is a very low-quality video on it. But Lerone Murphy, he got a brutal knockout in his last fight, and I picked him to win that one, and I had a huge bet on him as well. Like, I had Michael Venom Page, Lerone Murphy, Hamza Chimaev that night. And it paid out big, man. Like, that paid for my rent for like 4 or 5 months. It was very, very nice. allegedly. So I don't know why I said allegedly. It's not illegal, but he's on the longest win streak. Obviously, his first fight in the UFC was against Zubaira Tuhukov, which was a draw. Since then, he's beat a bunch of guys. I remember him knocking out Makwan Amirkhani. That was brutal. He got taken down a lot that fight though in the first round, and then the second round started. Amirkhani went for a takedown and just got kneed to the face and knocked out. Went split against Gabriel Santos. He got taken down a lot against, I don't remember who it was, but one of these fighters, he got taken down a lot. And he does get taken down a lot. I know he knocked out Pico and Amirkhani while they were going for takedowns, kind of. Or Pico wasn't going for a takedown, but he was like thinking about it, I think. And so he's very good at sniping guys who try for takedowns. But I don't think Evloev is going to go for a lot of takedowns in this fight. I have a feeling he isn't. Just trust me on this one. And Murphy isn't really a knockout artist. Like, he's good at timing things, like timing a knee while someone takes him down, or timing and spinning elbow on Pico. But it's not like he punches you with a 1-2 or knocks you out. He's not that type of fighter. He can knock you out with his knees and elbow, but not with punches, I think. And Evloev isn't the type of guy to run into a knee or run into an elbow. I think this is going to be mainly a striking fight, and I think Evloev is going to win, and then Murphy is going to be very frustrated, and eventually Evloev is going to like take over, and after Murphy's probably going to engage the first grappling exchange, and I think he's not going to win the grappling exchanges. I think this will be a masterclass from Movsar Evloev. Like, if it goes to a decision, I think it's going to be like a 50-42 or something. Or we could see the first Movsar Evloev finish in history. He has 5 rounds to do so. I know he's never went 5 rounds, but his cardio is exceptionally good. He works out like 3 times a day. I saw him spar like 5 rounds, and he didn't get tired at all. So yeah, I'm trusting him to win this one. Movsar Evloev, my guy, my good friend. Now, subscribe to the channel, like, do all of that, and I'll see you soon.